Welcome back, and joining us in the studio is Heather Madewell, who is the Chair and Publicity Chair for the Daviess County Relay for Life. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and okay, it's that time of the year again, okay, and it's the 2015 Relay for Life event. Share with us and our viewers the date and location for this year's event.
Okay. Well, we decided to change it up this year. Everyone's expecting this to be a Friday night overnight event. This year we've moved it to Saturday, June 6th. It's going to start at noon and it's going to end at midnight, and we're going to be at Daviess County High School track and field. And the reason we did that is we felt like it was more convenient for our team members, our community to come and be part of it, especially children, or a lot of our cancer survivors are older. And so we wanted to make sure that everyone could come, and then there's a lot of people off work on Saturdays, so we wanted to be that go-to event. What am I going to do today? I'm going to go to the relay event.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense because I know having it overnight was always, it might be something that might deter people from coming out, and especially those with children. I mean, honestly, I don't know that I would want to take my children and be them overnight. We know what sleep deprivation does to kids, so, you know, so no, I think this probably makes it a lot more, I don't want to say user-friendly, but maybe a lot more people might show up, I think, is the anticipation.
We think a lot would. The biggest complaint and the biggest trouble we've had in the past has been the weather. And last year it rained and it was cold, but usually it does, you know, drop down at nighttime in May. And so we're not overnight anymore, and we're moving it to June. So we're hoping we won't have any rain either.
Well, excellent idea. Okay, what is the theme for this year's event?
This year's theme is Cancer 911, Relay to the Rescue. And basically we want to highlight all of the community's emergency agencies and personnel. When you dial 911, we want to be able to introduce you to the people you may meet and let you know how nice and not scary these guys are. And also because there are people on these agencies that are affected by cancer or have loved ones. And, you know, these guys are tough. And so we want to show that, you know, cancer even affects the toughest people. And if they can do it, we can do it. And so we want to be able to just encompass everything together.
Well, that's excellent. Now, let's share some of the highlights of the event this year. You know, keeping with the theme, you'll have I'm assuming like emergency, not only personnel, but vehicles. What can people look forward to?
So we've contacted mostly all of our emergency agencies. I've contacted both sheriff and police. We're going to have them on site. We'll see the DARE vehicles. We'll see the sheriff's Hummer. We'll also have EMS there with yellow ambulance, and they're going to bring ambulance, and they have their own special activities. They have coloring books and stickers for the kids. The fire departments are going to come and bring a truck, and they also have fire hats and things that they like to do. And then we've talked with some other agencies. We've got the rollover simulator, which is really fun. And then I believe OPD is going to be supplying the fingerprint ID kits for kids. So.
Why would you think the rollover would be fun? I don't know. That's kind of an oxymoron, if you ask me. What is it exactly? It
simulates, you know, a car accident. So I think it'd be fun. I like roller coasters, but it can show you, you know, if you are texting and driving, what can happen? You know, do you want to be in that seat? Do you want that to happen to you? So we just thought, you know, that's a great thing, because that's a big problem right now with texting and driving, or people eating and driving, or not paying attention, or not wearing their seatbelt. And so when you just feel the force, you realize why that seatbelt's so important.
Absolutely,
so
I agree with that.
I wouldn't ride a roller coaster without a lap bar.
Well, that's true. You know, matter of fact, I will tell you, on the way to work today, there was a woman ahead of me in a van doing this a little bit. When I got around her, she was reading the newspaper. In morning traffic, so not a real good idea there. So no, I think that simulator would be great, so people can get in it and actually feel what it would be like to do a rollover, which I can't imagine that would be pleasant at all. So, okay, you're going to have some activities for kids. Tell us about those.
We are. So we're hoping to have the Owensboro Twisters Balloon Company back out. We had them last year. They are fantastic. They are so fun. I think every child I saw walk by me had 2-3 balloons, and so it was really fun. We're also going to be doing the pedal tractors, so which I think will be great on that track out there.
Is that kind of a race?
We can make it into a race. We can. We know they're just going to have fun doing it. We will try to make it into a fun race, but it's one of those where everybody wins, that kind of thing.
Okay, I see that you got Chainsaw Willie coming back.
Yeah.
He must have been a big hit last year.
He is a huge hit. He's a huge hit every year. People come, I think some people come just to see him and to buy his products, which are great. I mean, they're fantastic. The amount of detail in these wood wood carvings with a chainsaw. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So we made I'd say over $2,000 last year, just from his auction alone. The fun part about the auction with Chainsaw Willie, it's a live auction. We have a silent auction as well, but with that live auction, people, they let you know what they like.
Well, that's great. Now, you have a couple of events to recognize and honor families and friends who have lost somebody to cancer.
We do. At the beginning of every relay, we start, with our survivor ceremony, and we recognize all the survivors present. And we also honor particular survivors that year, which is just based on a vote and a decision with the committee, and that's our grand marshals. And then we always have a luminary ceremony at nighttime, which the public knows and is well familiar with. This year, with it being a daytime theme, we're going to do our luminary ceremony at night after the sun falls, but we also want to do a balloon release sometime during the day, which we think would be more fun for children, and they can release messages to heaven.
Oh, excellent. Well, how much revenue did you bring in last year, and what might your goal be this year?
Last year we brought in over $68,000.
Wow.
So we're going to up that just a little bit. We're going to try for $72,000. And so we're excited. We're getting in gear. We've been working on it for several months now.
Okay. Well, how can viewers register if they'd like to participate this year?
Easiest way, and actually the required way to be completely registered, is online.
Okay.
It's relayforlife.org/Daviess, KY.
Okay. And I know you've got another fundraising event coming up in May. Let's go ahead and share with our viewers that.
We do. On May 15th, we're having a golf scramble. It's at the Pearl Club, or formerly known as the Summit.
Right.
It's $100 a participant, so $400 for teams of 4. Get to play golf. You get lunch provided. We have great raffles. We provide adult beverages during the day on the golf carts, and it's a really fun time. So I love working it.
Did you have that last year also?
We did.
Okay,
We
so
did.
this is an annual event you have
Yes.
every year.
Yes, that's an annual event.
Okay, and is that, just out of curiosity, I know a lot of people have golf scrambles and so forth for fundraising events. Is that does it generate some good revenue?
It does.
Okay.
It does. There's a lot of gentlemen in this county and city that love to play golf. And so if they can get a reason to play golf, but also be given back, we found that they jump on board for that.
Yeah.
We have a very supportive community here.
Well, excellent. Well, so now tell me, the proceeds from whether it be the Relay for Life or the golf scramble, where do these proceeds go?
They go to the local American Cancer Society, and they're used for a variety of things. They are used to help with transportation for cancer patients who cannot drive or do not have a way to go to treatments or chemotherapy. We also put the money back into creating kits for the hospital, survival kits. We also, send some of the money back to the major American Cancer Society for research.
Okay.
But most of the money is kept locally.
Oh, that's excellent. And one more time, how can folks get additional information either for Relay for Life or for the golf outing?
So again, you can go to the website, and that's relayforlife.org/Daviess, KY, or you can contact our local American Cancer Society Relay for Life specialist, and that's Anna Way, and her telephone is 270-685-8703.
Excellent. Heather, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Okay, I appreciate it. And thank you all for joining us for this segment of 71 Magazine. We'll see you right back here in May.